Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you are good. It has been a while since I have made any videos. I recently moved house into a new place and it was quite stressful, took a lot of time and effort, but now I am back with some more videos, and today's video is going to be about the Insta360 One X2. Specifically, is it good for virtual tours? Can you use this camera to create virtual tours for real estate, for, well, guess anything, any kind of interior space that you want to create a VR tour for? Can the One X2 do a good job of that? And also, how does it compare to probably the top 360 camera for the past few years when it comes to all-in-one virtual tours, the Ricoh Theta Z1? We're going to look at images shot with both of these cameras to see how they compare, what the different camera modes each one has, what the workflow is like, and what kind of quality you can get from both of these cameras when it comes to virtual tours. Now, since the pandemic has begun, virtual tours have kind of kicked off quite a lot. Obviously very popular for showing things that people can't go and see themselves. So yeah, the Insta360 One X2 was released not long ago, and to be honest, it is more of a kind of action camera rather than a virtual tour camera. It is mostly a kind of designed for videos, but it does have some interesting features that can make it a good virtual tour camera too. To answer the question, yes, the One X2 can be used as a virtual tour camera because it's a 360 camera, and all 360 cameras can be used as VR tour cameras, but the question is the quality good enough? Now, I did a little virtual tour, just about 3 or 4 images using both of these cameras in the flat that I just moved into, and as you're about to see, there are loads of windows in this place. It's very bright, and that's a kind of a good test for 360 cameras to see how well they handle interior spaces, specifically with lots of light, which can be a struggle to get the balance between detail inside and being able to see outside and not making things overexposed, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll take a look at some images now shot with both of the cameras here, and as you can see, there is a difference between the two. Personally, I do think the Ricoh Theta Z1 did handle this situation better. All in all, the Ricoh Theta Z1 has higher quality sensors, which does put it slightly ahead of the One X2. Even though the One X2 can shoot actually higher resolution photos, so theoretically should be shooting sharper images, the fact that the sensors in the lenses are quite small, they are the same as you'd find in any kind of action camera, that does kind of limit what can be achieved in terms of just raw quality. Now, as I go through these images, I think you will probably agree with me for the most part that the One X2 doesn't quite match up to the Theta Z1. I will say that the Z1 does tend to experience a bit of noise, whereas the One X2 seems to not pick that up quite as much. But to be honest, when you work with virtual tours, there's a lot of opportunities to reduce that noise in post-processing, which you can do, and that pretty much take care of that in most places. I will concede that the difference is not absolutely massive. I mean, if I were to view this virtual tour shot with the One X2, I wouldn't be disappointed that much. I mean, you can tell it's done with a fairly cheap camera, and that's kind of okay if you are shooting for real estate. For example, in this flat, in this thing that I've shown you, shooting with a cheaper camera is not that much of a big deal because it's better than nothing. In fact, when I was on the hunt for a new place, I did see a lot of VR tours because I was hunting during the pandemic, and you couldn't go see them, and I could tell that a lot of the virtual tours that I had viewed were shot with cameras like this. Actually, quite a few of them with the Z1, but I could tell also some were shot with the One X2. You can see in like mirrors and windows and reflections and stuff, you can kind of tell what camera they're using. So obviously people are using them. Now, focusing more on the One X2 for a little while, this camera comes with quite a few shooting modes for photos. It has something called a pure shot mode, which kind of combines multiple exposures automatically. It can shoot DNG RAW images. It can also shoot HDR photos with, I think, up to 8 different exposures, which is really quite impressive. So just on the face of it, the One X2 has everything you would really expect from a VR tour camera in terms of capability, particularly shooting DNG RAW. That will allow you to get a lot more quality out of your images. So considering all of that, the One X2 is not an awful choice for a VR tour camera, if you are shooting for low paying clients or for just small interior real estate stuff or small businesses, I think you would get away with using the One X2. However, the Z1 is probably going to be a better bet if you want high quality, if your clients expect better quality, because you can get that with this camera. If you want super high quality, then you're going to need to ditch these all-in-one cameras altogether and get yourself a DSLR and a little mounting rig and stitch all the individual files together yourself, but that takes a long time, so that's not for everyone. But for the all-in-one cameras, the Z1 is still, in my opinion, the better one, the better option in terms of overall quality. But the One X2 is not that bad, and if you're on a limited budget or you were just kind of wanting to do it for, I don't know, yourself or for Google Street View, something like that, then this would not be a terrible option. I should also mention that the Theta Z1 is compatible with Matterport and that dollhouse effect that you can get with that service. I'm not sure if the One X2 is. On the website it says that the previous version of this camera, the One X, you can use that camera for that dollhouse effect, but it doesn't mention the One X2. I'm not sure if it is actually if you can do it, I'm not sure. I'm assuming so because they're not that different. But to be honest, guys, I find the Matterport dollhouse effect to be a little bit gimmicky. I find it to be a bit overrated, so I wouldn't base your decision purely on that. But yeah, just that is something that some people like to include. So yeah, guys, when it comes to just pure virtual tours, if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for an all-in-one camera for that purpose, then yep, still the Z1 is better. It is probably, I think, about twice more expensive. There is a new version coming out that has a boost in memory capability, so there should be a lot more stock available soon, because this has been out of stock for basically a year, and there is a new version coming, so stay tuned for that. I will let you know when that's here. But if you were limited budget and I guess you wanted also the video capabilities, because the video capabilities of the One X2 is vastly better than anything this can do. So yeah, I guess that's just all the information I can give you. I guess it's going to be up to you to decide what you want, but I think looking at the images that I showed you, those couple of virtual tours that I did with both cameras in the same place, the images from the Z1 did look better. So guys, that's it. I hope you found that useful. I will be making more videos in the coming months. I just, like I said, have been very busy with moving and just sorting some other business stuff that I have. Yeah, and I need to find something to put on this blank wall behind me because it is a bit boring, isn't it? So yeah, I will find something for next time. But yeah, guys, that's it. I hope you have been good. If you have any questions, feel free to put in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Check out my comparison between these two cameras on my website. That's in the description if you want to see all the specs and everything. All the images that I've shown you, I'll put them side by side on that website. But yeah, until next time, I will see you around. Bye.